and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi, a show about us, our community, our culture, our people, our experiences. And today's episode is about selecting a partner from overseas. It is my pleasure to invite and welcome the members, some of the cast and crew of the popular TV show.com. I have Dara Rupnaran, whose heritage is originally from Trinidad. I have Alicia Passat, whose heritage is originally from Guyana. And I also have Frankie Signanin, whose heritage is originally from Suriname. Guys, welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Lakshmi.
You're welcome.
Let me talk.
And here we are to talk about selecting a partner from overseas. So Frankie, tell me, would you prefer to marry someone from overseas, like from Suriname, or marry someone from here, America?
Well, it all depends on the values you're looking for.
Okay.
A lot of people would say someone from over here because they would be more in tune with, your style of thinking and what you want. But then there's a lot of us who likes the traditional way of thinking.
Traditional meaning?
Meaning, as a man, you want the wife, you come home and she cook roti and things for you. And things like that, but then, no, that's really a sexist way to approach it.
Okay.
But then, a lot of us guys, we go out to a club, we meet a girl, and we think it's cool, and then we go out with her, but then when we get married,
she doesn't know how to clap roti.
Yeah, we're like, why do you want to go out every other weekend, when that's the way we met her in the first place?
Exactly.
So it's a, it's a fine line, we want the old school way, but we also want someone that, we can meet and relate to and go out with. So it's a tough question.
Is that something that you do? Let's say you meet a girl in the club, she goes out, she parties, your relationship starts out, you party, you're having a great time, now you're looking to settle down, but she still wants to go out and party. Now, is that going to be a problem for you?
I've never done that, because
Okay.
as a lot of people know, they usually don't see me in a club.
Okay.
But I've seen it happen a lot to friends of mine and, very close friends of mine. So I know it's a problem, and it's very hard to walk that fine line and meet the right person.
So would you prefer to meet someone from Suriname or someone right here?
A little bit of Alto. How about we bring her over here a little bit, let she go clubbing,
Fine,
and then we send she back home, fill her off a coke, and then we bring she back.
Okay. Alicia, what are your views? Would you prefer to go back home to Guyana and find a partner, or do you think you'd like to find one right here?
I think it'd be easier to find one here because then I wouldn't have to travel anywhere. But I think it depends on the person. It all depends on the person. And if you happen to meet somebody from over there who happens to be, if it's taken this long to find someone, someone, the right person or whatever that myth is, then who knows where that person is.
I'll send home some money for you next month. But I spend all my money for marry this gal, so I can get my paper. Hey, when I get through, I can put in for you. But you the only family me got. Well, what am I do for money? Well, I'm just chop bush for weekend just like back home. Over here, they got this fancy thing where they use gas and thing for cut them grass. Like yeah, I start my own business. It's called Sundar Bush Leveling Inc. Me even got me. If your bush high, Sundar got trim on good. Hey, hold on, I got one other card. Let me catch up with you later, right? Hello, this is Sundar Hargobin Signaran Persad. Oh, really? Thank you, sir, thank you. Okay, thank you. Alright, bye. Make me paper! Make me paper!
Would you like to go back home to Trinidad to find a nice girl, or do you think you can find one right here?
Well, I don't think I'll find one there or here. It's a very, look what Frankie's saying. Frankie started off by saying, you want a girl to clap roti and clean, and you're not going to find that these days, dude. Traditional values are great. You want somebody who's down to go to temple. I don't go to temple. You want somebody who prays and fasts. I don't pray, I don't fast. But you want somebody, maybe that'll give you the boost of encouragement to do those things. If you have somebody to do those things with, you'll want to take that path. But, you know, right now, my path is the girl I'm hanging out with right now. She's like, what are you doing Friday? Nothing, let me go drink. Okay. That's the path of American life.
So, I mean, can't you say to her, well, why don't we go someplace else besides drinking? Maybe go see a nice play, go read a book together, watch a nice movie, do
Yeah.
something.
I'm a very homely person. I have a lot of values. I am very well brought up. My mom did a great job. My character is a little off there, but that's because I don't hold back. I represent myself. And I want somebody like that too in a partner. I want somebody who is very free-spirited and open. And it's very hard to find that here.
Here.
It is.
Okay.
Because here there
Do you
might...
think if you go back to Trinidad, you might be able to find that person?
Trinidad and Guyana is two totally different places. And sorry, I'm sorry. They're all... because Trinidadian girls in general, they're more American than American girls. You go back there, the things, the way they're acting, and I'm like, we don't do that stuff here. And they're palancing and whatever it is they're doing down there. I'm like, what is this crap? And that's intimidating to me. So it's like, if I go there, I'm better off just going to Guyana and finding a girl.
Okay.
I'll have to exclude Trinidad from my list of choices and go to Guyana and find a wife.
Okay. Alicia, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's mentioning that, you know, perhaps if you find a young lady here that she may not be as domesticated as maybe perhaps someone back home, but Daryl just mentioned that sometimes the girls back home are more Americanized than the girls right here. From your experience, because I've known you for many years, and I find that you're very much involved in the culture and the community and the religion. As far as domestication, do you find that young ladies our age, or, you know, even maybe in their 20s, do you find that they're domesticated? Do you think that they're cooking these days and cleaning and trying to run a home? Or do you think they're out partying all the time and just want to go drink rum on a Friday night?
You know, to each person, I mean, the same, you were mentioning the stereotypes, it's like each person has their own thing that they like. Some people do like to go out. Some people who go out and party and stuff are very domesticated at home. They cook, they clean, they do everything, and then they go out and party. Everybody has their own way of doing it. I think the assumption is that because we're from America that we don't know how to do these things. I think the impression that, me personally, that I like to let somebody know is that just because I'm American doesn't mean I don't know how to do these things, but don't expect me to do those things all the time. You have to do your share.
It should be a fair share.
Yeah.
Because obviously everybody's working class. You know, it's hard to work all the time and come home, run a home. It should be 50-50.
Right.
Guys, this is something that you can look forward to all of the time. This is the real stuff here. But if you want to see some of their work, go on www.thetvshow.com. Check out them more. We're going to break here for a commercial and come back and hear a little bit more about selecting a partner back home from the members of thetvshow.com.
Introducing the brand new board game, West Indian Scrabble.
Sai-ar? That's not a word.
Boy, with West Indian Scrabble it is.
Yeah, bana kiar. Like the other day I went to the market and me drive me kiar there. 50 million points for using the letter Y.
Nice.
It even comes with an easy-to-use Uncle Bauji unabridged dictionary.
Mama guy? What the hell does that mean? That when your mother is really a man. Mama guy.
Look, boy, don't mama guide you, boy. Let me check the dictionary.
Look now.
Mama guy, to make a fool of.
Enjoy West Indian Scrabble with your friends of all races.
Come on now, guys. This is a children's game. No bad words. Bye. Let me finish now. Titty
Don't forget to use the word challenge for those pesky words that Americans like to mispronounce.
you go. Film.
Boy, like you dotish or what?
I tell you this by Pagli. Mommy challenged that word.
What do you mean film? Like movies? Like Godfather, Scarface, Jaws,
Jars?
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai? Oh! Boy, let the Uncle Boji dictionary speak. Ah, just as I suspect, the word is flim.
Film, Bana.
Flim.
Film.
Not
Film.
film. Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Film.
Flim.
Film.
West Indian Scrabble. Get yours now.
We're back in the studios with the members from the TVshow.com. I'm sure you guys enjoyed that clip. We're talking about selecting a partner from overseas versus selecting a partner here in America. Now, Frankie, tell me, let's say you lived back home in Suriname and you have a daughter, and a boy was visiting from the U.S. and happened to meet your daughter and then comes home and tells you that, sir, I'm in love with your daughter. I want to marry her. Would you agree to something like this even though you don't know the boy? Or would you, disagree? You would want to know him a little bit longer, but he lives in the U.S. He doesn't live there. What would you do?
Well, if it was like a love at first sight situation, like we mentioned before,
Okay.
I would say no.
No.
Because you just come here and you meet my daughter, she's cute and all, because I'm going to have some cute kids. And boom,
I'm
you
sure.
want to marry her. No, but like let's say if, my daughter brought your name up, like, oh, we met on through Facebook, through a friend of the friend, and he came to visit a couple of times, and, they got to know each other, yeah, it will be more agreeable to that. But the whole love at first sight thing, thinking about, me taking my American mentality into it now, I want to go home and get a nice, calm, sweet girl. I'm not going to go for it.
Okay.
And no matter how, if I'm like living back home and I have no money and blah, 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 like, oh, someone come from the States, I don't think I would put my daughter through that.
You wouldn't, even though you would think it would be better for her, perhaps she could get a green card, go over to the States.
But everybody back home thinks it's better over here until they come over here.
And the roads
But
are
you
not
see,
paved with gold.
Yeah, it's not. They think everything's made out of money. But so me knowing that, putting me in that situation back home, like if I was to move back home tomorrow, and then I have a daughter and blah blah blah, there would be no way unless they have an established relationship beforehand.
Okay, great. That's a good daddy. Daryl, now if this was your daughter, would you want her to marry this guy for a green card or for love or?
I couldn't
What's
say it
your
better
opinion?
than Frankie. He nailed it right on the head. You cannot take some, because it's your child. You have to understand that you're sending your child off into something that you're not going to be sure what's happening because you're here. They're thousands of miles away. If something happens, what situation you're in? How fast can you get over there if she needs help? If she needs to be rescued. You can't do that, and I'm totally against it. It's not something I would do either.
Okay.
On top of that, right? Even getting married over here, you gotta go and live with your in-laws. So maybe the guy might be a nice guy, but where are you
Mother-in-law.
sending her to? Like, you don't know that
You
family.
don't know anything, and you
don't
wouldn't
know.
risk that. Now, Alicia, we're getting the opinion from Frankie and Daryl, who live here, growing up here. Do you think what they're saying is realistic to what's really happening overseas? I mean, do you think maybe someone who's really living overseas would agree to their daughter just marrying someone who just came from the U.S.?
I think a lot of people think that their kids will get opportunities over here. They can get schooling or this and that, but schooling costs money. Where's the money going to come from? Is this person going to pay for their education? Like, and then on the flip side, like, do they want to educate your kid, because now you might learn about the rights you have, and you don't have to stay here, or you don't have to, like, they might not stay to the sweet home, back home girl that they were looking for, or girl or guy that they were looking for. I think if it takes people so long to figure out if they want to get married over, people could date for 5-6 years and not know if they want to get married. How can somebody, after 5 minutes or seeing
Couple
them,
of days. Mhm.
even 2-week, 3-week vacation overseas, and they meet you and they hang out with you, how do they know that it's good? People are married for 20 years and they don't know if they want to stay together.
So how would you say that people got arranged marriage. Like, I mean, I know of a couple who I know an uncle who saw his wife one Saturday at the airport. The following Sunday, they were married, and they've been married for about 33 years right now.
But they're coming from a home, from a mindset where they've both found that, I'm assuming that they both found that to be an acceptable way of, you talk to girls nowadays and you ask them if they want to get an arranged marriage, they're like, no, I want to have some say in who I pick. But, but you're going back generations now where, you know, people would say, okay, well, my family thinks you're a good match, and your family thinks I'm a good match for you, so we're going to do our best to make this work. And then the people go into it with the mindset of, we're not going to be falling in love right away. We're going to grow to love each other because they understand that that's how it happened for their parents, and that they put that commitment, the commitment, again, comes back to commitment. They put that commitment in there where they are going to work together to make it work. And if it doesn't, then they usually stick it. I mean, like the older generation used to stick it out. They never did anything. They might sometimes they find different house and they go live with other, get a new wife or a new husband. But that wasn't the trend. That wasn't what
Back
was.
in the day.
Yeah, it was. Maybe we're romanticizing the past, which is what we always tend to do anyway. And we say, oh no, it always worked out back then, because maybe we don't know, because people keep those stories locked up in the closet. But
then look at the divorce rates now.
Well,
right.
That's what I was going to
50% divorce
I
rate.
was going to touch on that. Divorce wasn't such a known thing back home as it is today.
Right, right.
Today, divorce is the most popular word next to marriage.
And why do you think that is, Daryl?
Well, because people rush into things they can't handle. And that's why nowadays people are dating 5, 6, 7 years before they get married. You do not rush into, people who get married very young, it doesn't, there's so many times the wife ends up with kids, living on her own. I have a lot of friends, female friends, that are like that. They have kids and they have no husband. Why? Because they did it when they were young. They decided, I'm 20, I can get married because I love this person.
Why do you think they're not trying to work things out, though? I mean, like the older generation, like Alicia mentioned, that they're going to work this out no matter what. Why do you think the younger generation doesn't want to do that?
There's not enough at risk for them.
Thank you.
We are younger, and I'm 29. I still live at home. I always have my parents to fall back on. Who did they have to fall back on? No one. And they have 3 kids. They had to make it work. So it's easy for us nowadays. It really is. If you look at it like that.
Now, Alicia, I know you're a lawyer. What are some reasons that you've heard of why people are getting divorced these days?
Like the bite.
No, usually
Is it because they can't cook, like Frankie said earlier?
There's so
Or
many.
because Daryl said all they want to do is go out and drink?
Actually, yes.
No, it's
That's a good
true.
one.
Yes.
One of my closest friends got divorced because of that.
I actually heard a lot of divorces are streaming through Facebook, because too much of your information is out there, and a lot of people are getting caught cheating and a lot of nonsense on with this Facebook.
I've seen this girl change her marriage status from married to single before her husband knew she wanted a divorce.
Well, there you go.
I mean, information is just, we're too connected to this whole thing.
Okay, back to, from a lawyer's point of view, what are some of the popular reasons people are getting divorced today?
One of the most common, I used to work for in the courthouse in Jersey when we did family divorce, and the most common thing I used to see was the cheating thing. And so back home, maybe you had your own solution. Was, all right, you go and keep house over there, and I can keep house over here, and as long as you send money for your children, it's all right.
Why does it smell like curry? Sundar! What are you doing on my bed?
Morning, sunshine. Hey, you must stink and me must stink. Come now, have a stink mouth kiss now.
Sundar, how did you get into my room? How did you get into my apartment?
Well, me skin black like night. Nighttime, Sundar can get into anything, like one ninja. Don't worry, me not touch up or nothing. Me only be one lie down next to you and smell you a little bit.
Sundar, get out of my room. Are you deaf? I said get out of my room.
All right.
Oh my God! Why aren't you wearing any pants?
But place hot. When place hot, me doesn't like sleep with clothes.
Welcome back. Now, I know you enjoyed that clip from the TVshow.com. Now, back to our topic on selecting a partner from overseas. Daryl, let's say that you sponsor someone from overseas, you marry them, you give them a green card, but now things are not working out. Would you say that that person's obligated to stay with you?
Absolutely not. They have the right, same right they had to come as to go. If it's not working, it's not working. I can't hold you down and
Can't
say you
force her
you
to
have to
stay.
be here. I brought you here. You must stay with me. If you feel like leaving, leave. This is a free country. That's
Right.
the basis of bringing you here.
Great.
So I would say no, absolutely not. She has all right to leave whenever he or she, not he or she. No. She feels like.
Wonderful. Great to know you're a good guy, Daryl.
That likes women.
Not wife beating at all.
Okay, great. Alicia, tell me a little bit about what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you're doing a movie. You're making a movie.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's called What Happened.
What happened?
So,
So what happened? What happened in this movie?
well, the reason for the title is because I've had a series of years where people would come up to me and say, "So what happened? You're not married yet? So how come you're not married? What happened when you get married? What happened why you waiting so long?" It just kept going on. What happened? What happened? What happened?
What happened when we could get this puri?
Wait,
And,
what happened? How come you didn't get married to Uncle Bobo when we went back together?
Thanks. So I mentioned to him that someone asked me if I was ever going to get married, and I was really upset about it, and then he listened to me. He was all understanding and stuff. We did no work that day. We were supposed to be working on another movie. And the next day, we come to the same meeting to now work on the movie, and he's giggling, and he says, "I think we should make a movie about your life." And I was like, "Not about my life." He's like, "No, about what's going on now." Which is that we're under this pressure. It happens for the girls. I don't know if you guys can speak for yourselves, but
Daily.
it happens for the girls where the parents tell you, focus on your education, don't get involved in a relationship, don't tie yourself down too quickly and stuff. And then you get our education, get your graduate degree, you get everything, you get out there, and then the next question is, how come you're not married? Because I was doing what you told me to do. You told me to get a career and an education, which I did, but now I don't have the marriage part, and now they're all looking at you like, well, we're waiting for you, not getting any younger. So, we want grandchildren. Not my parents. My parents wouldn't do that to me, but, like, you hear that from other people, like, your parents want grandchildren. I hear other people telling me that my parents want grandchildren, but my parents don't pressure me like that.
Right.
But, so the movie came out of that we are in this community where so many people are going through this experience where people are pressuring them to say, what are you waiting for? Why aren't you getting married yet? And we're trying to show them why.
Definitely. I think that's a great topic for a movie. What happened? I personally know a lot of, girls over 25 in their 30s that, what happened? They're not married yet, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing that movie.
It's comedy, so.
Right, okay. Now, Frankie, Butterflap.
Yes.
I'm hearing all of this chatter, all of this buzz about Butterflap. What is Butterflap?
It's a comedy show.
Okay.
I really don't know why we called it Butterflap. I think we like to eat Butterflap a lot. And
I do.
We just think it's a funny name, like, what is Butterflap? But what is a Butterflap?
I don't even know what it is.
Bread.
They don't have it in Trinidad.
They really don't have
Right,
it.
right.
in
You guys
Trinidad.
have something else.
It's a very unique show because we're combining the stuff that we do on TVShow.com with the film skits with the live stage performances that we've done in the past.
Okay.
So we're somehow trying to integrate it. April 24th and April 25th at Richmond Hill High School. And you can get your tickets at Star Music in case you're going to ask.
Okay, so April 24th and April 25th at Richmond Hill
Richmond
High
High
School.
School.
What are the times?
24th is a Saturday, it's at 7:30. 25th, the Sunday, it's at 5:30.
Okay, and tickets are at Star Music?
Star Music, it's on
Okay.
113 at Liberty.
Star Music, 113th off Liberty Avenue.
Mhm.
Get your tickets there. Can we contact you at thettvshow.com for tickets
Yes,
as well?
yeah, our emails are on TV show website, and
What is
you
it?
can, it's info@flattireproductions.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for coming down to Let's Talk with Lakshmi. It was a pleasure having you on here. I loved having the cast members of the TVShow.com right here. Looking forward to coming down to Butterflap to see the show. I'll definitely be there. Let's Talk with Lakshmi will definitely be on site. So please come out, support our community, our culture, our people. Butterflap is going to be a great comedy show. This was just a little taste of what you're going to see on April 24th and April 25th.
But funnier.
But funnier.
With no wife beating. I'm a good guy. Really am.
No wife beating. And hey, just remember, these guys are single, so check out www.thetvshow.com. And if you're interested, info@flattireproductions.com. Again, singles. You never know what can happen on letstalkwithlakshmi.com. Thanks for tuning in. What happened?
What happened?
Selecting a partner overseas versus selecting a partner right here in the USA is a personal choice. Love is kind, love is patient, and love will find you. No matter where you are, have faith, and love will be there for you. I'm sure you enjoyed this week's episode of Let's Talk with Lakshmi, and I want to thank all of our viewers for all of your fan mail, your fan emails. I love hearing about everything you want to talk about. Just email me at info@lakshmi.com. I want to thank special viewers Christina and Vanessa. I'm hearing all that you want to talk about, and don't worry guys, it'll be coming up soon. Until then, I'll see you next week, same time, same place. It's a date. Let's talk.
Again now. Let's talk with Lakshmi. Bring the topics, let we chat now.